In August 2020, Her Majesty's Inspectorate of Constabulary Fire and Rescue Services, otherwise known as HMICFRS, was commissioned by the Home Secretary to report on how fire and rescue services were responding to the global pandemic. This included reporting on what went well, what was being learnt, how services were responding to the pandemic, and how services were dealing with the difficulties and challenges that were arising during the course of the pandemic. I'm really pleased that we have received excellent feedback from the Inspectorate. The inspectors have said that we were well prepared, that we supported our partners across Essex really well, that we maintained our core services, and that we put the welfare of our staff at the heart of all our decisions and all our actions. We are continually working to reassure our public that we will always be there for them whenever there is an emergency. We are also so passionate about our prevention work, and we know just how important that is to ensure that people are safe in their homes. This report echoes that and highlights how we have managed to do all of that during the course of a global pandemic. The overwhelming feeling that I got when reading this publication was that the Inspectorate spoke of a service that I recognise and that I am immensely proud to be a part of.
When Her Majesty's Inspectorate of Constabulary and Fire and Rescue Service inspected us last year, it was important to tell the story of how we, as a service, we'd stepped up to the challenges we faced. As Joe's already said, we're extremely proud of the excellent feedback we received, and I want to share some of the highlights with you. These are just some of the areas we received the inspectors' praise for. Firstly, preparation. The inspector said our business continuity plans were well developed and able to respond quickly. They mentioned our statutory duties, the work of our frontline firefighters, community safety officers, fire protection staff, water services, training staff, and fleet and central stores. Of course, all supported by our support services, which meant we were able to maintain the delivery of our statutory duties. They specifically referenced the targeted and risk-assessed approach to prevention and protection work. They said well-being and safety was a clear priority for us all, and we maintained our firefighters' core competence. Additionally, 93% of colleagues who completed the survey said they felt both supported and appreciated. Partnership working has been a big part of how we've responded to this pandemic. The additional activities that we've carried out and continue to include driving ambulances, delivering PPE and medical supplies, providing driving instructors, training, and providing food packages. This was all alongside our role within the Essex Resilience Forum, the Strategic Coordination Group, through which we staffed the Multi-Agency Information Cell and led the Essex Communicators Group. And finally, our new ways of working. This included how quickly we put ICT solutions into practice and how well we adapted to remote working to ensure that essential services could be maintained. People speak of the difficulties that everyone has faced throughout this pandemic, and of course that is absolutely true. But it's also a time when our service has shone. We've shown our very best at a time when people have been living through the very worst. We've kept our overall mission of making Essex a safe place to live, work and travel at the forefront of our minds. And what's been a really tough time for everyone, I'm really pleased that hard work and dedication was recognised in this report.